This very, I think, cool little electric car from Honda will be Honda's first real EV in many countries around the world. It's coming to Australia, could be coming to the United States because I don't think it's made in China. So you guys might be getting it as well, but it's coming to Europe and Australia, obviously Japan. And you know what? This is actually one of the best EVs this year because there is not enough small EVs sold outside of Asia. I mean, in the US, in Australia, in Europe, there's heaps of big EVs. And someone said to me the other day, in fact, three people have said to me this year, Sam, I just want a little EV. I want a little EV. It needs to have, 300 kilometers of range, but I want something I can park in small spaces. I live in a city. Now, really, there's a huge percentage of the world, billions of people live in cities, but many of our cars are just not made for cities. This certainly is made for a city. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. YouTube's new algorithm means that you're often not getting all of our videos in your feed. There's 7,500. I'm pretty sure you're probably not seeing a lot of them. In the description, there is a link to our newsletter. Click on that and you can get an update every day of all the latest news in the electric car industry. This vehicle is called the Super One. It's a wide body, sportier version of the Honda N1 EV, the kei car, or K car. KEI is a Japanese word meaning light or small, and it's pronounced K car, the letter K. So what do we know about this car? Well, there's a whole lot of jargon coming from the media, just a bunch of marketing spin. I'm going to try and just get past all that. It's going to be 3.6 meters long, yeah? So that means it's a pretty small car, but as you can see, it's very boxy. Single motor, electric. It's likely to be front wheel drive. We don't exactly know yet though. The battery size is estimated to be 35 to 40 kilowatt hours, which would give it around 300 kilometers of WLTP range. And charging speed is estimated to be around 60 kilowatt, not particularly fast, but it is a small battery, so that wouldn't be too bad. Charging speed, 6.6 kilowatt AC. Power is estimated to be 100 kilowatt on boost mode for short bursts. Top speed, 150 kilometers an hour. 0 100 about 9 seconds. And it has a weird thing, right? It's got boost mode with simulated gear shifts and a fake engine sound if you want to. You can turn it off if you want to. So the simulated gear shifts and the fake engine sound will make this car feel like an internal combustion car, sort of, but it'll still drive quietly if you wanted to, like an EV if you wanted to. So, I mean, that's interesting. I personally don't find any appeal whatsoever to simulated gear shifts. I think gear shifts are something that, when you've got regen braking, there's just no need for gears. There's just no advantage to them whatsoever. Now, I used to be a manual, as in a stick shift diehard, an absolute tragic. I'd buy them, even though they didn't make sense to me because I had to do all this driving in cities. And anyway, you move on and you kind of realize that the future is here. So is the future EVs with fake simulated gear shifts and fake engine noises? Probably not. But anyway, it'll be a nice fun gimmick for those who like that kind of thing. So seats, it's got 4 seats. Pricing it estimated to be, well, we don't exactly know, but we're thinking it might be just under $40,000. It'll slot below the Honda Civic here in Australia. So when I say $40,000, that's the Australian price. US price would probably be about $30,000 US, maybe 25,000. It'll be cheaper than the Honda Civic though. We know that for sure. It's a rival to the Hyundai Insta or Hyundai Insta and the BYD Atto 1. The Atto 1 is the BYD Seagull. What are we calling it the Atto 1 for? It doesn't make sense. It's a rival to the Seagull, for sure. Definitely will compete with the Seagull. Guys, I'm with PowerShop for my EV charging electricity plan. You can get a $100 credit on your electricity bill. Plus, if you sign up with my referral link in the description below, you'll get an additional, that's $175 of credit to sign up to PowerShop. I use the EV Day Saver plan. And the reason is because for those 2 hours from 12 till 2 p.m. in the day, you get electricity completely free. So yeah, 2 hours a day, it's probably going to cover your electricity bills for your EV every day. Basically, you can charge your EV for free on this plan. I'll put a link in the description below. Now, to give you some context, Honda's last EV that they didn't sell in many countries around the world, called the Honda E, which was actually very expensive. It had a 35.5 kilowatt hour battery. It was a similar size to this. It had 113 kilowatt and 315 newton meter rear wheel drive. So this actually could end up being rear wheel drive. We don't know yet. And it had 220 kilometers of WLTP range. Now we know that those figures, this new EV will get longer range and better efficiency and faster charging than the Super One, or this will get better features and better charging speed, better power than the Honda E. So that's good, as should. The Honda E's gone now. That car was made from 2020 to 2024. To give you some context, this is actually smaller than the BYD Seagull. The BYD Seagull it's actually about 10% bigger than this. But because this is extremely box shaped, I mean, I think it looks great for a box on wheels, but it is like a box. It's actually very practical. K cars are actually quite practical in terms of the interior space you get because of their box-like shape. Now, exact pricing is yet to be confirmed, but Honda says that this car is going to launch in many markets, including Australia, within the next 6 months. So it's coming quite soon. So guys, what do you think about this? Is this the kind of car that would interest you as a second car? Or maybe even just your first car if you live in a city, and don't do a whole lot of long range driving, or if you don't have a lot of stuff to carry. I think this would be great. I mean, honestly, we need more cars like this on the roads. I suggest that governments should subsidize small EVs, because too many people that don't need them are buying these huge cars. I often see single people who don't surf, don't ride bikes, don't have dogs, driving these like massive Land Cruisers and just large cars that they don't need. And I think, you know what? Why don't we subsidize small cars? They make a lot more sense, use much smaller batteries, they're much more efficient. They don't take up much parking space. They're much cheaper to manufacture. I just think they make a lot more sense. There's less brake dust coming from them. There's less tire dust coming from them. They're much lighter on the roads. So I think these would be great. And they're really going to cover off a segment of the market where there's not many cars currently available. Plus, this thing looks cool. I think it does. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.